What's going on, Internet? My name's MFlareFlare, and welcome back to episode number 5 of Double Trouble, the Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire Battle Spot Double series, today featuring the same team as it was in the last episode, able to pull out a very, very quick and decisive 2-turn victory with a team of Megaments, Sylveon, Milotic, Excadrill, Scrafty, and Amoonguss. This is the team, my team from 2015 VGC US National Championships. Did fairly well, ending up with a record of, I should have dropped out, but it was 4-5, but it was really 4-3 when I should have dropped out. But see, Johnny 5 from the UK, of which is fairly late at night. But he's got a team of Volcarona, Venusaur, no item on a Greninja, Klefki, Snorlax, and Braylon. So common weaknesses on my opponent's team. We've got several weak to that thing in the air, flying type. That's what it's called. Snorlax might be a little bit of a problem, but we can bring Scrafty for that. Gonna want to get rid of the Klefki before sending in Scrafty. Realistically, leading off Salamence. I mean, the thing is scary is Spore from the Braylon. So I think a fairly safe lead would be Salamence and then Amoonguss, just for some Rage Powder redirection. Now, I remember, I don't want to get burned by this, because I have been burned by this before, and Powder. I'm pretty sure it's still... Alright, so I'm going to bring Amoonguss, redirect some attacks, and then bring Excadrill, Scrafty in the back, as well as Sylveon doesn't really do anything in this matchup. I think Excadrill in the back to wrap things up with some Earthquake, see what we can't get done. As you see, Johnny 5 spelled without an H. Okay. Johnny 5 is just a challenge. He's kind of like Johnny 5. He's going to send out Klefki and the Venusaur. As I'm going to lead out with Amoonguss and Megaments. I'm going to Intimidate, Fire Up and Intimidate on both. Now, the thing being about the Klefki is... Klefki is annoying. I'm just going to Rage Powder. Rage Powder. Yes, I'd like to do that on myself. So the thought here being is that the Salamence is going to be able to do quite a bit, is seeing that I Mega Evolve first. Venusaur could be the Mega, probably is the Mega on my opponent's team, but Salamence is the best thing to combat that with. And he's going to show the Mega Venusaur. Amoonguss can go for the Rage Powder, going to redirect everything. And Klefki's going to go for the Para Hacks onto the Amoonguss. Again, Amoonguss is not going to really care all that much. Simon's going to go for a Hyper Voice. Venusaur's not going to appreciate that. It's going to come down to about half. The Amoonguss is going to be critical hit on the Klefki. Going to go for a Sludge Bomb onto the Salamence. Not going to get much damage done there. As barring a full Para, get another Rage Powder off, redirect that Klefki, and hopefully take out the Venusaur. And then Amoonguss pretty much has done its job at that point. I mean, I could... So Amoonguss is going to get a Rage Powder off. Probably next turn going to try and Spore the Klefki or something that wants to come in. Klefki's going to go for a Swagger onto poor old Amoonguss. Poor Amoonguss. Salmon's going to go for a Hyper Voice. That's going to take the Venusaur out, bring the Klefki down to under 50%. To the point where, depending on what he brings in next, I might go for the Fire-type Flamethrower onto it. But so he's gonna bring out the Greninja. Now I gotta think about this. I want to get rid of the stinking... Alright, the Greninja doesn't have an item, so... Just gonna Hyper Voice again, and then hopefully I'll get a Rage Powder off. One more Rage Powder. Let's play with some Pair Hacks. And Moog is gonna hit itself, meaning Salamence is not gonna be appreciative. Greninja's gonna go for an Ice Beam, and that's gonna be the end of Salamence. And Clefly's going to go for a Foul Play. Clefly's going to get hurt by the Rocky Helmet, and I'm just going to bring out the Excadrill Healer, and here comes the Earthquake. Breaking molds. And the Earthquake is not going to be appreciated by anything, and Amoonguss gonna go for... I think I'm just gonna try and Rage Powder again. Try and draw whatever that Klefki wants to do onto the Excadrill, onto it. So Amoonguss still confused. That's twice Swaggered in a row, hurting itself in confusion. Klefki's gonna go for the Swagger onto the Excadrill. Have fun with that. So Excadrill hopefully is gonna be able to break through. He's going to go for a Scald. Changing into a Water type, that's going to not... I've gotten 3. And there's the Earthquake. Oh, you have got to be kidding. Yes, Bright Powder. So, last Pokemon is Volcarona. So basically what this comes down to is I need to gonna fake out the Klefki. Not gonna do much at all. Klefki's gonna flinch, and Excadrill just needs to break through. Of course not. He's gonna set up a Quiver Dance, and this is gonna be a bad time, or he's just gonna go for Bug Buzz. I can deal with the Swagger. That's kind of what I need at this point. Just gonna go for a Thunder Wave, not even gonna bother going for a Swagger. Oh, this is like incredibly infuriating. So Volcarona is gonna go for Quiver Dance. It's pretty much gonna ensure. At least I can't get Flame Bodied anymore. Come on, Swagger me. Swagger me. I can take 1. There we go. I get this knockoff off, I think I win. Probably not, because the Bug Buzz should take me out. Yep. I did not I hit through Confusion once out of... And this is why VGC 17 is not going to be fun. Because try doing Bright Powder. Ugh. I don't even know what I could have done differently. The Klefki would have gone down to the earthquake had it connected. The extra drill still would have killed itself or knocked itself out, but I mean, then it's a 1-0 instead of still dealing with when you're able to knock it off, drain punch it. I mean, I would have been fishing with a burn. So that's going to wrap things up. I'm in a pretty salty mood. But that's what happens when people play with bright powder Klefki. So that's going to wrap things up. Hope to see you next time. Thanks for coming out, watching. Have a good night. Because right now I'm sure as heck not happy.